Hey YouTube, you're with Tosh,
And MudRaker.
and we're about to start on our epic journey with Ars Magica 2.
Well, as you can see, we've sort of already started a little bit. Just boring stuff, like
Just a bit.
making a house.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've seen us do all of that sort of stuff before, so you can see up there we've got cows, sheep, pigs, etc. up there, and a little farm up on the flat area there. I built us a little house, and we're on the edge of the desert. We've got some snow biome that way, we've got some jungle biomes sort of over that way, a little bit of dirt area here, flat sort of area to grow stuff on. So, yeah.
And most importantly, we've found the first thing you need in Ars Magica. And that's just around here, Josh. If you'd like to come around, I'll show you.
Yeah, okay.
And here it is, right?
Pretty blue.
It is indeed. It is indeed. A pool of the magical essence.
Lovely. And do I swim in that?
Well, you can if you'd like to.
It's not doing much.
Well, you get tainted, I'm sure. You'll be, glowing for the rest of the day.
Oh.
No. But
People say I do that naturally.
Oh, well, maybe. So then what we do, to get started with Ars Magica 2, what we need to do, first of all, is find one of these pools, and then we need to take a book, which I've got one here, and we need to get an item frame, put it near the pool, doesn't have to be right next to it, facing the pool, and then we drop the book into the item frame.
Wow.
And look what happens.
What's happening?
Well, all the letters are coming out of the liquid essence, going into the book.
Oh, I must have
And the
my
book.
particles turned off.
Oh, really?
Really?
Ah, well, that's no good.
No.
Why don't you take that book?
Okay, I'll take that one.
I'll get another book,
Okay.
and we'll try that again.
I'll just turn my particles on, will I?
Yeah, that's a good plan. Good plan.
Particles all. Oh.
Okay. And I shall stick a book in the frame.
There we
Is that
go.
working better
Now
for you?
I'm seeing it.
See?
Wow, that's
Magic.
pretty.
So, yep. First rule, turn your particles on.
They were already on though. Don't know what happened with that, but
Okay.
odd.
Well,
Okay.
you can have that one then.
Okay. Yeah, because you lied to me and took the other one, didn't you?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
And that's your magical compendium.
So if I open that up, oh wow, that's got everything I ever wanted to know about Ars Magica 2, but was afraid to ask.
Indeed.
So
Arcane compendium, actually. Sorry, I had that wrong.
Okay, so
And the
we've
guides are
got
really
guides.
good. They actually take you all the way through how the spell components work, how to make your first spell, all that stuff.
Excellent.
Spell components are really interesting. So unlike Ars Magica 1, where the spells are preset, in this one, you've actually got to make up your own spells.
Yeah, I don't know any components yet.
No, well, you won't. But you need a shape first,
Aren't
and then a
eligible to
component
learn.
to make your first spell.
Okay. Oh, I know 3 shapes.
But in order to go in and actually learn these things, you are going to have to make an oculus, Tosh.
I will.
Yeah.
So
So why don't you nick off now and do that?
I'll go an ocular.
Okay. Oculate?
I'll oculate, yes. This is inside of the house. Yes, we have set it up a bit, but this is, as we said, this is going to be a bit more a tutorial rather than a let's play. So, in the theme of that, let's get going. Let's have a look first off at the book. And one of the first things that we need to make is an oculus. Now, an oculus is a block. And if you have a look in the book under blocks, you'll see here oculus. And if you click on that, the book gives you the recipe for it. So we just need some stone bricks. We need some glass. We need some blue topaz, and we'll come back and talk about that shortly, and some coal. Now the blue topaz is a new ore that is spawned in during the Ars Magica world creation, world gen. My understanding is that Mithion has even put in a way for you to spawn this stuff into an existing world. that you'll need to check out either the wiki or the forums on how to do that. But I understand he's built that in so you can upgrade to Ars Magica 2 from worlds that you've already got.
Yeah. So Tosh.
Yep.
There's a parameter in the config file called retro world gen, which will force it into an existing world, but he does warn you that you better back up your world first because you never know.
Yeah, and that's always a good idea anyway. I think everybody says the same thing. Before you do this, back up your world. So, coming back to here, we're going to build an oculus. Now, you will remember how good I am at remembering the layout of things, so I've actually created it here in my inventory so that I wouldn't forget how it all goes together. And hey presto, one oculus. Now, one thing we didn't talk about before we started here, Raker, was where do you want this?
This corner over here I thought was our magical corner.
Yes, it is.
So pick a spot for your oculus.
Well, do you want me? I'll just stick the oculus under there.
Okay, I can do that. You realise that eye is following me, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I do love the way that eye follows you. I think that's superb.
So, as soon as we walk in the door, it's going to follow us.
It will. Yep.
It's a bit like a security system, really.
Like a sentry. Yeah. So if we right-click on that, it brings us into the UI for the Oculus. Now this is all our offensive spells here, our defense, our utility, and our talents. Now don't worry about the talents because they're sort of fairly high level and we'll come back to those, hopefully, if we ever get there. Over
so
here
how many points you got, Tosh?
Yep, on the right-hand side you'll see that there's blue, red and green. At the moment I have 3 blue points. Now, you get these points when you go up odd numbered levels.
Even level.
50-50 chance, and I got it wrong.
You did. Levels 2 to 20 award blue skill points.
Yep.
22 to 40 give you green.
Yep.
And 42 to 50 give you red.
There you
go. So obviously, red stuff.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, you can see here it says projectile not learned. So I'm going to use one of my blue points and I'm going to learn that. Now it says projectile known, because I know it. Now I could go and learn about gravity, or I could go and learn about bounce, which would be things that I could add to a spell. But I need to actually be able to do some sort of damage with that projectile. So I'm going to choose physical damage. And I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. I could also add fire damage to it, or I could add magic damage to it. But I want to hold off because I want to get a a utility spell of touch, and we'll come back to that later on. So that's my 3 points gone, and the main one that I'm after is this projectile physical damage. Now, I now know how to make a spell. I have the components.
Some components.
Some part of it.
You've got a shape there, don't you? So that's the projectile.
Yep.
And that means the spell's going to go off like a bullet or an arrow.
And I have
what else did you get? You got
physical
fire?
damage.
Or physical damage. Physical damage. Okay, so that's going to give you a projectile that hurts people.
Yes.
Sounds a bit like you, Tosh, really.
A bit. Yeah.
And what was the other bit you got? Touch.
Touch for later on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, touch is another shape, so
yep.
At least at this stage, you won't want to use those two together.
Correct.
Now, the other ones you talked about there, bounce and gravity, they're modifiers. So
yep.
you need a shape and a component as a minimum.
Yes. Now, so if we go back to the guide where it says here, spell components 101. See, it says here, spells are comprised of shapes, components, and modifiers. Shapes dictate how the spell target things. Components dictate what the spell does to the things it targets, and modifiers change certain aspects of spells. So they're your basics, and then there's a bit more information there about all of that. Let's go to our first spell. So to make a spell, you first need to create the oculus, which we've done, and unlock at least one spell shape and one component. Start with 3 skill points, etc, etc, etc. Now we need to craft a writable book, and then head over to our inscription table. Now,
so I've already done the inscription table.
Yep. So the inscription table's the same recipe as the old one.
That's
so
right.
There's no difference on that.
And here's a writable book. That, of course, is vanilla, so
that is a writable book. Yep. So now I come over to here. I right-click on here. I put the writable book in there. And up top, you'll see that I have my projectile, my touch, and physical damage. And the physical damage is grayed out because at the moment I can't use that by itself. But I can use projectile, and I drag it down here. And then it says at least one component is needed. So I go to my component and I add that to the spell. And I now have a projectile physical spell. So I've just typed in there proj phys so that I know which it is. Then we remove the book and that will finalise it. So there we go. Now I have proj phys by Tosh MudRaker. Alright, so we'll get out of his way while you go and do the same thing.
Well, actually, I've done it at the same time because it supports two people at the same time. So there's mine.
Okay.
I went
done
to touch
Yep.
dig.
So it's gone for dig.
Now, these are probably the first two spells we'd recommend because there's a trick here. In the new Ars Magica 2, the only way to get levels in your mage is to actually use spells and use them in the way they're intended. So...
That's an important tip.
Yeah. So you can't just fire missiles at a wall. You actually have to fire them at something that gets hurt.
Yes.
No, don't target me.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So the two easy spells to start with is a missile that hurts and go off and attack some mobs.
Yep.
Or dig and go mining.
Yeah.
And both of those will get you some magic levels. And once you get more magic levels, you'll get more skill points, and that means you can unlock more spells.
Correct. Okay. So can I go and use these now then?
Well, you could, except for one little thing.
What's that?
You didn't make the altar, did you? We need to make a casting altar in order to turn the book that you've got into an actual spell.
So I need to go back to my compendium.
You do need
and
to go
I
back.
see here it says gaining magic levels, and that just goes through what Raker was just talking about then. We go to the next one, obtaining skill points. It says there about the blue and the green and the red, so that's been covered off. And we go back to our first spell, come here, we need to create a crafting altar. Now, crafting altar is a structure. So we go down to structures, crafting altar, and here is the beast. Now, as you can see, this thing is somewhat large and somewhat complex and difficult, but it really isn't. So if we just say we'll create a wooden one.
With glass, I think.
With glass.
I'm cooking some glass
All
for
right.
that exact purpose.
So what I'll do is I'll just stop it on this one, which is an oak wood panel one, and just where it says block of emeralds, just pretend we're going to put glass. We're doing this because, if you read through here, the main blocks in order of power are as follows. We can add one effect by using wood planks.
So we're going
if
to do
we
it
go
at this
over-
side, Tosh?
I think so, yeah.
Out here somewhere, you think?
Yep, to the right there, to my right.
Spot. I've decided, I haven't done this a couple of times, is that I like to dig it in.
Yeah. Yep.
And what size is it?
It's 5 by 5.
Indeed it is. Okay, so there's
Now,
4.
We know it's 5 by 5 because if we go to here and see at the top where it says current layer all, if we left click, it takes us to the top one. If we right click, it takes us to the bottom one, and we can tell there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak planks with our block of glass in the middle. Then we can move up one and we can see that the next one has these magic walls. Now, see how the oak planks are white in colour in the writing and the magic wall is green? That means that there is something in the compendium about that. So if we left click, it takes us to the recipe of how we make magic walls. And to make them we need 2 Vintium dust and 1 stone. And if we go back we can see that we need 1, 2, 3, and on this side 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 magic walls. We also need a lectern, which is just the old vanilla recipe as well. And we need a lever, which is actually 2, 3, there, on the other side. Okay. So, while we've been chatting, Raker's been laying out the basics. So here we have the lectern, the lever, we have 1, 2 magic walls, and he's building it up, and we have our glass in the middle there. Now, the one thing I will say to you when you're doing this, having built a couple myself now, make sure that your stairs are correct, that they're not facing the wrong way, that they're not turning into corners, corner stairs or anything like that, because this will not work if that's the case.
So, Tosh?
Yep.
This block here, in the middle...
Yep.
Can you just check it for me? Is that another magic wall?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, magic walls are 3 high. That's it. Then with glass on top. Then...
And now the challenge of getting the stairs in and making...
Yeah. They're not blocks, mate. They should. Oh, they are stairs. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So see, stairs in the middle.
Nope.
Stairs.
What did that do? I'm obviously in the wrong spot.
Yep.
Yes. Nope. It's no good.
Hang on. You need to take that out. Try that.
No, still done it.
Chuck one down. Let me try it from down here. There you go.
Well, easy when you do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And last but not least, the crafting altar.
Yep. Now the crafting altar... Oh, the crafting altar, which is a little bit interesting. It should be in here, and I think it's just either a bug or an oversight on Mithion's behalf. So what I'll do is we'll just dump you out of here and we'll just go into NEI for a minute. And I will show you the recipe for crafting altar. It's very simple. It's just Vintium on top of a stone, and that gives you the crafting altar. Okay, and the crafting altar then goes in the middle there. Alright, so have a good look around. Stairs there, stairs, 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 block there, block there, stairs on the outside, stairs on the outside. So there you go.
So, Tosh,
Yep.
do you want to pull up one of those books and show them the fact that you can see what ingredients we need to make a spell, and actually tell me what I have to make?
I can do that. What do you want? Dig? We'll do your dig one first.
Okay,
So
dig.
right click on the lectern, then open another right click, and it tells us that the spell here is a touch dig. We go to the materials list, and this is what Raker's asking for. You will need, Raker, an iron shovel.
Yep.
Vintium dust.
Yep.
A raw fish.
Uh-oh. Do we have fish? Maybe we do. Oh, we do. We do. We have fish.
Oh, good.
Glad you went fishing.
A feather.
Yep.
You can just run up to the pen up the top.
No, got him in the chest here. Yep.
An orange rune.
Orange rune, pre-made over here in the roots.
Clay.
Clay, right.
And iron pickaxe. Now, as you can tell, folks, that's a fairly expensive recipe for early in the game, but we spent a fair bit of time getting a whole heap of stuff ready for this because we knew we were going to need it. So,
well, but they're all about that expensive, Tosh, is the thing. So don't think spells are cheap.
No, they're
not.
not.
They're not. All right, well, I think I'm ready to make my dig.
Okay. You want to make yours first, and we can watch, and then I'll show them how the final bit gets done.
Sure. So, start it off. I have to throw in a blank rune, don't I?
You do.
So I'm going to throw that in.
Oh,
There we go.
Pretty.
So,
used Mithions' word.
Then...
See how on the top here, it's telling him what to put in next? So the feather's next. Now the fish.
The
fish, yep. The clay.
clay.
So he's just chucking this stuff into the middle there.
So it's just just a throw.
An orange rune. And an iron shovel. And you can see the little coloured balls coming up when he throws it in. And the iron pickaxe. And last but by no means least, a spell parchment. Now all of the spells will finish with that.
And that means...
watch what happens. There we go. He's got the spell now.
There you go. You can show them.
Oh, okay. So I have a spell here now called Touch Spell. That's some strange reason. If I right click, now I get the interface to create the icon for it, and I've got all of these to choose from. And make sure that you think about this because it's a one shot. So what I select now is going to stick with this spell for the rest of the game. So let's say dig, it's a what will we call it, or what will we use? What will we use?
You just nicked mine again, did you?
I may have, yes.
Yeah, alright.
Just give me a sec. Oh look, we'll just use that lovely little heart thing, okay? We can leave the name, you can rename it here if you want to. I'm just going to put dig 1 so that we can call the next one dig 2 if we need to, if we get a higher version of it. And escape. Escape to get out of there. Now, did I get the other one? No. Yes, there you go. Okay, so we now have a dig spell. So let's go over here.
A little heart shape, you reckon?
Well, I just did a little blue heart, because, you know, I'm sweet. Right click, and there we go. Now, you will notice down the bottom there that we've gone 3, 4, 5. On the right hand side is my mana, so you can see that dropping down. On the left hand side is my burnout, and I want to keep that as absolutely as low as I possibly can. Now, I'm getting good results here because I'm taking my time. If I go... Yes, I get down there quickly, but I'm not getting much experience for it.
And it's using more mana.
Yep. So, nice and slow. Oh, that was close. Come and have a look at that. Oh, hang on.
Where are you done? Did you find a hole?
I found a deep hole. And it's Ars Magica.
Oh.
So I'm staying
you
away.
always fall in holes in Ars Magica.
I'm going back up here. So anyway, that's now, you see there we're now level 7. Just in using that dig spell for that short period of time. So it's a pretty efficient way of getting your skills up quickly. Certainly for the first few. Obviously the more that you use it, the higher that you get, the more XP it's going to take to get up to the next level, etc, etc. But as a basic rule of thumb, it's pretty good. Now, I would like to know... Oh, I haven't created mine, that's right. I was going to say I would like to know where my spell went, but...
And it is a long way down, Tosh.
It is a long way down. So this is why...
It's a very long way down. And
this is why I'm over here.
It's going to be a bit of an interesting challenge to actually get down there.
Yep, it is.
No, there's a wall here. There's a wall. That's all right. Not so bad.
Okay, that looks more like a ravine to me. Now,
It
I
does.
need a snowball, an arrow, an iron sword, Vintium, and a red rune. So let's see how the old grey matter handles that. So, a Vintium. I need a spell parchment for the end of it. Snowball. Grey matter's not doing too well. A red rune, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you said red.
I said, oh, I need a blank to kick it off to.
Yes, you'll always need a blank.
Did I need an arrow?
I think you might have.
I think I might have. Yep, arrow and an iron sword. Okay.
Just went up to level 8 there. That's nice.
So where's our metals? So iron sword, wood. Raker has this aversion to leaving sticks in the wood section.
Raker carries sticks with him, so when he makes sticks, he keeps them.
Yes, therefore not leaving anything in there for anybody else.
Well, that's because you didn't make any and put them in there.
I didn't make them for you. True. Okay, iron and an arrow. We got any arrows anywhere, or we've been making them?
I don't think we've actually made any arrows.
I don't think we have either, but look at that. That was a bit of an oversight. Mob drops organic. No. Alright. The question is, do we have any flint?
We should have. Is there any in the cupboard?
In the cupboard.
Okay, it's a chest.
No.
Fussy.
There is not.
Well,
that's going to cause us a problem. Alright folks, just talk amongst yourselves. We'll duck off, find some gravel and get some flint and make an arrow, and I'll be back shortly. And we're back. Okay, I have everything now, so if I right click on that, I don't need to right click on that, sorry. I need to just throw in a rune, blank rune. That gets things going, and it tells me the first thing that I need to send in is the Vintium dust. So we throw that in. Then the arrow. Now the snowball. And the red rune. And the iron sword. And finally the spell parchment. And lo and behold, we now have a spell called projectile spell, which is its type. So we select that, we click on it, it's projectile physical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, well it's a small one, so green can be physical, so we'll call it, leave it as projectile physical. And now I can go, and away we go. I see I didn't get any points for that. There's a cow up there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tosh, just this once.
Yep.
I'll let you shoot me.
No, I'm shooting a cow.
Oh, okay.
I got him, I got him. Oh, we've got some leather too. But it doesn't cook the meat. That's a shame.
Well, it is the physical version.
Well, yes, that's true. It's like the fist, isn't it?
It is. So do you want to come down this tunnel you started making? Because there's a couple of dig things you might want to show them.
This one?
Yeah, you see up there?
Oh, coal.
Can you get those for me?
I can get that for you.
Because one of the things that's really cool about dig is how far away you can be, and it still digs.
Bear with remember what I was saying before? I'm waiting until my burnout goes down so I get the maximum points. You'll also notice that I'm getting the experience for coal. And Breaker and I just love that.
It's 2 lots of experience from the same spell. You've got to think that's good.
It's magic. Well, literally.
Actually, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was one you weren't getting, so I thought I'd do it. Have you got them all yet?
No.
Oh no, there's more up there still.
Get out of the way.
Well, I couldn't see. There we go, that's better. Take out some of this stuff that's in the way of me seeing.
And you getting all the experience.
Yeah, that too. What? Sorry, was that not the plan?
No, that was not the plan. Oops. Getting a bit carried away there.
Now that's really interesting, you know. When I use a spell, I hear this boom. But when you use a spell, I don't hear it.
Would you get out of the way?
No.
Okay.
I'm getting that one.
Cool.
Now,
wow.
There's one more thing to show them, if you come down here. Because I've dug across that little thing. Now, you've walked straight past, I think, the iron. Can you get that iron for me? Because I tried doing it. I tried spelling... Oh, actually, no, the iron's okay. You can actually do iron with a normal spell. We need to go find something bigger.
Yep, can get iron with that one. So,
what I was going to suggest we show them, which I've obviously made a mistake because iron's not one of them, was if you are trying to get something that's a bit tougher, you may actually need to go up to a more powerful casting mode.
Yes. Oh, there's some stuff over there that might be a bit harder. Can I go down? Oh, I was going to go down there.
Are you going to go down that way?
Yeah.
Well, you can if you like.
I can go down this way, can I?
Well, I was assuming that going down here was probably going to be safer.
It's a bit,
because I thought that was a bit far down, which is why I put a block there to
this one is.
Stop Tosh from falling.
Yeah, this is a dead end, but it's got some coal in here. So, yeah, look, while I'm here... So you can see now how many, if you watch level 10, just in that short period of time,
Going the wrong way.
Yeah, I think we're too low. I think we need to go back up a bit.
Alright, let's go back up then.
And then come down like that. Ta-da! Okay, so we've got some iron here. We know iron works with these.
But there's one over here that I bet you can't get.
So I was just clearing out the iron before I went and did that. Now, this here is a colour ore, and if I try and do this one with just our normal, it doesn't do it, as you can see. However, if I use our C and go up to the next level of spell, there we go. And we have this beautiful chimerite. Or
I was about to say,
chimerite.
I thought it was shimmerite.
Shimmerite? Yeah. Sounds alright.
Just me.
Now we have bats flying around here, which means I can use my physical damage one. If I'm good enough.
Well, that'll be a challenge.
Oh, stand still. Well, that sucks. Oh, big hole. Oh, obsidian.
Yeah, well, there's lava over there, and there's water here. So, not too surprised, have to say.
Stands to reason, you reckon?
In fact, there's an entire pool of lava in there.
There's some more. Oh, dig would be better, wouldn't it? Oh, no, not enough mana. Oh.
Were you using it all on your...
I must have been, actually. I didn't realise that.
Are you still on the power mode, though?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why I say I didn't realise that.
Oh, is that emerald?
Where?
There.
That is emerald.
Oh, I'm going up to power mode. Oh, got it with power mode.
Did you?
Yeah. Needed the power mode to do it, though.
Mm.
Yeah. So
there's another shimmer right over there if you want to grab it.
Alright. So traps for young players there, Tosh. What I have to get into the habit of doing is when I use power mode is immediately switching back.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, there's Vintium.
Oh yeah. There is too.
And that's another one that you need to use the power mode for.
Yep. Now you will notice that it's taking forever for my mana to come back. 67 out of 371. So
right, that is slow.
That was really foolish of me to do that.
And it probably means, Tosh, that you weren't watching your burnout, because usually...
No, burnout never went above 5 or something.
Oh, really? Because normally when you use the high-level spells, your burnout goes up high as well. Well, I might do some coal digging.
Yep. You old coal digger, you.
Well, you know, I'd be a gold digger if I could.
Yeah. He's just not pretty enough. Coal's as good as he can get. We might hold it...
Is that why you didn't give me a spell?
That's why, yeah. We might hold it there and... oh, did you use wood anywhere?
Yeah, on the way up.
Okay. I just got all excited then. I saw wood and I thought it was a... you know, a hidden thingy.
I hope you're offline.
No. I was about to be.
You mean then a abandoned mine shaft?
That would be the one that I was referring to. Yes, yes, that would be it. Okay, so we'll be back when we've got some more stuff to show you. We need to collect a few things and get our act together, and I need to find myself another pair of teeth because these ones aren't working. So we'll be back shortly. So we went down a bit further and got a bit lucky and found some diamonds, and Raker's made himself a diamond pickaxe.
Yay!
Because the next thing you're going to need to do is actually go to the nether. And obviously to get to the nether you need...
obsidian.
That's the one. So we just thought we'd bring you up to speed on where we were and what we're doing, and we will meet you back upstairs again after we have sufficient obsidian to build ourselves a portal.
Can I just say though, Tosh, how disappointed I am that the dig spell, the basic dig spell that we created at level 1, isn't good enough to go through obsidian.
You can say that if you like.
I just did. It's probably a little unreasonable of me.
And I might add that even was on the second augmented level too, that it still wouldn't do it. So we figure you might have to actually be a master mage to get enough to actually dig obsidian. Or maybe the dig 2 spell or something. Yeah,
I think if we augment it with some of those other things, we might be able to make it work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's possible.
We haven't quite got there yet.
No, we're a little way off that. But as you can see, we've... well, I'm now on level 12. I don't know what you're on, Raker. What are you at?
I'm on 13.
13, so...
Unfortunately, I'm not going up using a pickaxe.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a crap way of mining. I much prefer the other way. I'm not sure about underwater mining.
That's... You do realise you're going to drown there, don't you?
I don't know. You reckon I'm going to drown before it breaks?
Well, let's just say I'll take that one out behind you so you can at least get back out.
I got it.
Oh, well done. Okay, folks. We shall see you back up on the surface, way up there, when we are ready.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, so slight interruption. Last night, Raker and I were working, and we heard a loud boom. So we came outside to have a look around, and this is what we found. Now, this is moon ore, and it lands at night when the moon is waning or waxing, which I never did understand
mostly
that.
When it's a full moon. You get more of it when it's a full moon, apparently.
Ah, I thought it was more when it was waning. Never mind. Anyway, it's in the compendium, so read up on it. But this is a very very good ore. Now I'm not sure whether our spells are actually going to work on this or not. Nope. Okay, so the augmented did, and what we get is Moonstone. So there you go. Now it does only land within 32 blocks of you, and it lands in the biome that you are in. So
yeah, the surface block of the biome. So in the desert, it'll only land on sand, and in the other biomes, we're talking about grass, etc. So you don't have to worry about your house being hit, which I think is a great plan.
Yeah. I think Mithion probably lost a few houses during the testing and, and decided to go. So, anyway, the next thing we're going to do is, if you remember our perchant for Nexus, in our previous Ars Magica ones, Raker loves his Nexi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some white chalk. Now the recipe is basically exactly the same as the previous one. So it's bone meal, clay, arcane ash, flint and paper. And it's in exactly the same recipe as AM1 for that. The graphic, however, is different, and it looks like that. So that's pretty cool. Now, important point, we have our structure here for creating spells. We need to build our nexus within 10 of that.
Yeah, but I was also thinking here, Tosh, I know we had a spot, and I've just dug that stone out to make sure you didn't put it there. We probably want it within 10 of the house as well, so that we can have a califactor and so forth. So maybe,
we can do that.
Maybe you stick in here somewhere.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So we go 1, 2.
So 9 there.
Oh, okay, that'll be fine. We can put it there. That's going to be right up against the window, though, you realise. So
that's okay, we can watch it.
Well, as in the poles will literally be in front of the window.
Well, if we go...
If we put it
1,
there...
2, 3...
That'll do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that'll work. We can do that. Do you want cobble or stone in there? Stone, obviously.
Yes.
Alright, now have you got your buildy stuff for it?
I can make the pillars. Oh,
Alright.
I was just getting myself a block to fill that hole in.
Oh, I already have one of those, yes.
But you can put the chalk down first if you like.
Well, I can do. Alright, so we jump up and down 3 times, we say the magic words of abracadabra, and we draw that. Now, notice it's not turning or it's not blue as yet, because Raker's slow and he hasn't finished building yet. Now these are quartz blocks you're using?
They're quartz blocks, which is one of the reasons why we had to go to the nether.
Yep. And there you go. It turns blue it starts to turn, and you can see the essence being drawn into it. Just like that. Drawn into it.
Now, I discovered something really interesting with these.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit surprised, actually. They don't work during the day, or at least not much.
Oh.
They actually gain all their essence at night.
Oh.
Or at least the last one I did. That was what happened with it. So this one seems to be doing stuff. We can't tell how much is in it, though.
We can't, no.
No, we might actually need to make a wand.
A wand?
Yep.
A wand?
Well...
A wand?
Staff.
Oh! That's my spell.
Yes,
as you can...
the Magitex staff is what you need.
Raker made us some spell books, which is the same recipe as the old one. Again, just the graphic is updated. So I highly recommend that you don't keep your spell book and your arcane compendium side by side, because otherwise you do what I just did then, which was blow holes in things. Sorry, do go ahead.
Right, so what we need to do now is make a staff.
Okay,
so the Magitex staff is what you need to make.
And that is what, an item?
It is an item indeed. Now, while you're getting yourself
Magitex
organised
staff?
there, I'll go and make, because it needs a focus.
Oh, mana focus? I've got a stick, and I've got some shiramite,
Well, you're going to have to wait while I cook some gold, because we don't have any gold. And some redstone.
And if somebody was clever, they would have put a stick in there.
Did you not put sticks in there?
Yes, I did. I was clever, that was my point.
Ah, right, okay.
Sarcasm is so lost on me. I love the way that eye does that. I really do. I think that's cute. Nice one, Myth. This is our bedroom, by the way. We've just decided that we can put the beds upstairs, out of the way. So you ready yet? Are you?
No. We're going to have to go find some redstone.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Redstone?
Well, we need redstone, and you haven't found any.
No, I haven't.
So,
all right, folks.
See, I've got a lesser focus, but the next one up, to make the mana focus, needs redstone.
It needs a standard focus and 2 Vintium.
Yeah, but the standard focus...
Standard focus needs a lesser and 4 redstone, yeah, okay.
So I've got the lesser, we've got the Vintium.
I've got the... What did I just get then? Nothing. Okay. Alright, I'll go and find us some bloody redstone then. Just talk amongst yourselves, we'll be back shortly. Okay, so, success. I got some redstone. There you go.
Yay!
Redstone.
Okay, well, that's really good. I only needed 4.
Shh.
But 14's good. What?
Don't care.
Okay, so that lets me make the standard focus, which is red. Lovely new textures he's got here. Oh dear, that's not right.
New textures on what?
Oh, that's interesting. That's not a shapeless recipe. Okay, on the focus.
On the standard
focus,
or
the Vintium's got to be above and below it. I would have thought it was shapeless, but it's not. So there's the mana focus you need.
On the left-hand side, yep. Standard in the middle, Vintium on top and bottom.
Yeah, but it's not
and
shapeless, so
that.
They have to be top and bottom.
Oh, okay. Is that's what you're saying?
That was what confused me. I just immediately went left and right.
So, Magitex staff, we need a mana focus, a stick, and a shimmerite.
Yeah.
So we go over here. We have a mana focus, we have a stick, and we have a shimmerite. And we have a Magitex staff.
Right. Okay, cool. So now if you wander outside, you can use that, the old Sense Energy spell.
Yeah.
The Magitex staff effectively does that for you.
Does that. Cool.
So how much
we have
energy is in it?
5%. 1,681.500.
Okay, so it does seem to be going during the day, which is good. I don't know why the last one I had stopped, and it was only getting stuff during the night. Maybe it's because it was one of the bigger ones.
One of the bigger ones.
Well, yeah, I had enough gold at that stage to have gold blocks on the top.
Oh, okay.
Which accumulates more energy quicker. But
so maybe it doesn't need to work during the day.
Right. Well, now that we've got one of those, we can make a califactor and use it for cooking.
Okay.
Shall we go do that?
We'll do that.
Okay.
Do we have everything we need for a califactor? That's my spell book. Don't use that inside.
What's the recipe? That's probably the key question.
It is. It's a block. I think, from memory. Yep. Califactor. Alrighty. We need 2 lapis. We need a redstone. We need a Mithium dust, and we need 4 stone. I'll get the stone.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we need 2 lapis.
2 lapis should be over here.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're in there. No.
They're actually over here with the spell books because they're a colour.
Oh, okay. A Mithium, which I've got. So, Mithium... Oh, redstone. That was the other one I need. Have you got a redstone left?
I do. You gave me lots.
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Let me just give me 3. Yep, I only need 1. Alright. So, lapis across the top, redstone down... stone down the side, redstone in the middle, and Mithium in the bottom. So, 2 stone, 2 stone. Mithium in the middle, a redstone down the top, and lapis like that. And what have I forgotten? They're screaming at me. I can hear them.
I don't know.
It's alright. There it is.
What have you forgotten?
I had the redstone and the lapis here. So where would you like your califactor? Do you want it here?
Well, over here, I think, on this wall here, to where I took the furnaces out of. See?
There?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it absorbing power?
Well,
you've got the stick.
It's at 70 and 3%.
Well, there you
100 and 5%.
Right. So
120 and 6%.
You know what I like about those?
160 and 8%. 190 and 9%.
Right. Do you know what I like about these?
About what?
Well, not only do they cook, and they put on a lovely show.
They do.
But if you're using energy from a white nexus, that's just called the light nexus.
Yep.
What happens is there's a chance you'll get more than 1.
Oh.
So when it cooks, it can give you 2 instead of 1. So it's great for cooking.
Hey, that's cute.
It is good. It is very good. And in one case, I actually think I got a free Mithium out of it as well.
Oh, lovely.
So, but you only get that when you're using the light energy.
Right.
But if you use energy from the dark nexus, it cooks faster.
Right. But we can still put our focuses across the top and everything in this, can't we?
We can. So we can chuck in a couple of mana focuses, which will of course make it cook cheaper.
Yep.
And we can put in some charge focuses.
Charge focus to make it cook quicker.
Well, no, it makes
it charge quicker. Sorry. Yeah. Cool. So, we're getting set up. We have a white doobie. We have our casting. Not casting. I've got to get the name right. Don't tell me. We've got our crafting altar.
We do indeed.
We have that out there. We have a califactor set up. We have bits and bobs of things that we've managed to collect. We have our first few spells. We have our lovely spell book, which is just shift right click to you can see my dig 1 and my projectile physical. And we have our lovely mage tech staff to be able to go that this is now at 64%.
Yay!
And our lovely house.
We do. So there's probably a couple more things we need to collect, and then we can come back and show them the next step.
Yeah. So we might call this the end of episode 1.
Right.
And we'll come back next time when we've got a few things organised and ready to show you some more.
Right. Maybe we'll build an arcane reconstructor.
Yeah. Maybe I'll learn how to say that, and then we can give it a go.
Maybe we'll learn how to build it.
I'll practice.
How many diamonds did you say you had?
2 or 3, I think. Didn't we find some?
Okay, well, it's going to cost one.
We did find some.
We did, I know,
2.
I know. Right, okay, well,
2
it's
left,
going to cost half of our supply of diamonds to make it.
Alright, well, maybe. We can talk about that.
I see.
And I'll practice saying it. Alright, folks, we shall catch up with you next time. Remember that little like button there, that helps people find these things. And if anyone's new to Ars Magica 2, love to hear from you. Leave some comments. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, and we will see you next episode. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Good night.
Good night.